That's why I don't date black women.
Full coverage.
I learned my first lesson in my first marriage. Never, nope. Shame. Look. First black woman I dated, I said, you know what? What's that saying? Fool me once, shame on me. Right? Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me, you can't fool me again.
That's the George Bush version.
So I ain't date black women. Then I saw that one black woman you married. She used to whoop your ass every day. Started to notice a trend.
You always got to bring that up.
What, that black woman whooping your ass?
You act like I was supposed to like.
Oh, man, you was stupid. I was stupid. That's why we were Latinas now. We learned the lesson. That's why we date outside our race. Much more.
I would have ended up marrying a black woman if she was nice. If she didn't whoop my ass.
They all nice when you first meet them. Then when you get married, they turn into something else.
With this Corey Holcomb situation going on, Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels situation, everybody all over social media has been chiming in. And not just black YouTube. I'm talking about YouTube across the board. Everybody saw this. I'm seeing W folks talk about it, Latinos, Asians. Everybody's talking about this situation with Anton Daniels and Corey Holcomb. But one of the people who's next up the bat is the Hodgetwins. Now we know the Hodgetwins are the ultimate raccoons, right? The ultimate, they stay out in the park, man. They the ultimate raccoons. And they at one point, they was like bodybuilder dudes. They was comedians. They was doing a whole bunch of goofy stuff online. And then at one point, they turned around and they went far right, hardcore right-wing conservative guys, right? And for some reason online now, a lot of these black conservatives, because some people say that they're biracial, some people say that they're all black, but the way that they talk like they don't want to be black. They believe that being conservatives mean that you have to pound down on the black race. You have to talk bad about black people, like meaning everything bad with America has everything to do with black people. Right? Conservatives never ever say anything about the W man unless it's liberals. They say nothing about the other side, right? And they often say, the liberals always talking about racism and crying this and crying that, but they never ever criticize the other side as if the other side is perfect. Now, in this Corey Holcomb and Anton Daniels altercation, they went and they voiced their opinion.
No, I'm gonna give you the same energy you give me. Let's switch seats. Let's switch seats. I'm with it, homie. I don't do no. I'm a man. I don't do no sucky. I don't give a about nothing. Well, I tell.
All right, so this is Anton, very popular YouTuber, right wing.
Yeah.
Right?
And Corey Holcomb, he's a well-known comedian. He's left wing. I actually met him at the LA Improv years ago.
Right. So they're talking politics.
Yeah. You know this is about to happen. I don't even know what that female was sitting in between them two.
Yeah. So whenever you take a black guy from the right and you take a black guy from the left, it's going to always come down to race.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
It's always going to come down to being disrespected too.
Yeah.
From the left.
Yeah. But on the left, black people see everything through a lens of racism and race.
In blanket statements.
So they said that whenever there's a black man on the left, they see basically things through victimhood. That's what they're saying. And through racism. Everything is about racism. Everything is about victimhood. Well, when you on the right, everything is about racism don't exist at all. And you make excuses for anything and everything that happens to black people. You call the W man out for nothing. What you guys do is you give W Americans a clean slate. Anything that happened prior to you becoming a conservative never happened. Y'all, until you get discriminated against. I'm a person that's in the middle. I don't care for the radical right or the radical left, because all I see is political gangbanging on both sides. But what I notice is a lot of these black conservatives, they're the way that they adopt this conservative stuff is to be anti-black. 90% of them don't have black spouses. They don't deal with nothing black, and all they talk about is black cultures. And black culture consists of garbage or trash. They don't talk about none of the positive that black people do, nor do they ever highlight the positive black people. All right, these black conservatives never highlight the positive things that black people are doing across America because they're not paid to do that. They're only paid to talk down on black people. and to show that form of black conservatism, right? So they wasn't finished.
I ain't got to go out back right now because we got to go out back to lead this. But I'm saying that, watch that. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't say it how you like it,
if you want to get back to the conversation, we can get back to the conversation.
But just know,
I'm not listening to none of that shit, bro. I'm not listening to none of that shit. If you want to get back to the conversation,
long as you
we can
know.
get back to the conversation.
Long as you know.
Bro, you not.
I believe you know this already.
You want to get back to the conversation?
Do that. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. Now this whole conversation like really epitomizes the difference between a black Republican and a black Democrat.
Yeah. Direct opposites.
Yeah.
One's rational, the other's irrational. One's sane. Well, Corey's sane. He just has his biases and he lets it dictate how he think. He's not listening because let me say this. When I sit down with somebody during like on our podcast, I'm walking in that conversation and I don't know anything. I'm there trying to learn something. I think if black people, the liberal black, took that rationale into every debate or every conversation they encountered with conservative blacks, you'll be a lot better off. But the problem is you don't listen.
Hey, Kelly, that is not realistic. Because if he's all buddy-buddy with Anton, man, he'll alienate his fan base. He has to act like this.
Yeah.
If he don't, he gonna say, you too buddy-buddy, you too chummy with him.
Yeah. It's a conflict of interest for him because black people, when it comes to politics, they're not rational.
Yeah, that's his audience.
Yeah.
Remember when we came out as Republican?
Yeah.
Lost half our fan base.
Gentrified our own audience.
Yeah.
Because black people, when it comes to politics,
they're
very tribal.
Yeah, monolith. That was interesting. Wouldn't you say?
You know what's funny when I hear these two buffoons say what they just said? Nobody was more conservative than our grandparents, but they didn't run over there to white folks, W folks to ingratiate themselves into the culture. They stayed amongst themselves and they did for self, right? They did business with the W power structure, but we had churches, we had communities, we built things. They didn't talk down on their own people. Our form of conservatives is not that form of conservative. That's how you know it's full of crap. And now they're saying that only the black liberals don't listen because the black conservatives got all the right answers. How? You talking trash, talking bad about black women? I never seen Big Mama or Big Daddy talk trash about black women when they was being conservatives and having conservative values. I seen them uplifting each other, trying to build each other. You're taking the Latino, the W woman, and talking down on the black woman, right? While at the same time, talking bad about black people. This is what you're doing. I mean, listen, these dudes try to do it in comedy form, but you're not fooling nobody to the point where they don't even want to be black.
You know, when I hear stories like this, man, I just lose all faith in black people. Just lose all faith, man. I just want to give up. Sometimes I wish I could go to sleep, wake up, and I'm a white man. Because when I go out in town, when I apply for a job, when I go to the grocery store, when I go get me a chicken sandwich, when I go down the road, when I go out for a walk, I got to pay the consequences. Because there's a bunch of sorry ass... All right, okay. I get it. This is what hurts the black community. It's not white supremacy. It's the culture within our community. It's us, community. It's us, Keith. We hold our destiny. No, it's not us. It's them. Yes, not us. It's them. Yeah, he's talking figurative. Yeah. All right, so I'm going to go, because I don't identify as being a black man.
What do you identify as?
I identify as a mulatto.
You ain't no mulatto.
A combination of two different breeds of humans. So don't hold it against me because I'm half African.
Hey, Kelvin, you know...
That was a joke. You didn't get that?
No.
You didn't get that. That was a joke.
Kelvin, you talking crazy.
Man, that was funny.
Hey, let me say something.
See?
You don't...
That's your Negro side.
Look, you don't identify as being black. You're just black. See? You're being brainwashed by those LGBTQs, ABCs, and DFPs.
Well, I don't identify, but my genetic makeup is different races of people. I got
Kelvin, you're black.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
How many Negroes you see walk around with green eyes?
But you majority black, Kelvin.
So this is the foolishness out of their own mouth. So how can you trust any dudes that talk like this, right? So he tried to say that he's a mulatto, and his other brother said, "You ain't no mulatto. You majority black. You are black, right?" So that goes out the door. Where some people try to say that they're biracial or mixed race, and the brother said, "No, you're not. You're black, right?" These dudes are like the ultimate cornballs, but they fit the same molds of the Byron Donalds and so many other. What was that DA, that Attorney General down there? It was at Kentucky, Louisville, Kentucky, or one of them states. I forgot where. I can't. A couple years back when that girl got pow in the house when the police was doing the raid and they shot through the window. They pow through the window. I guess they was coming for to lock up her boyfriend, and she got unalive. But that Cameron dude, right? All those kind of guys, man. These conservatives with these W wives and W husbands, and all they ever talk about. Think about this, right? On the black conservative side, you have millions of black people in this country that have conservative values. They go to work every day. They got families. Those black conservatives never talk about that. They never highlight that. They only talk about the small percentage of our culture that indulge in American culture. Because that's not black culture. That's American culture. American culture is the most ghetto, gangster culture around. They showboat and highlight and financially fund all kinds of wild stuff, but they make black people be the face of it. Then they go and say this is black culture. No, the first drug dealers, gangsters doing drive-bys, everything was W folks in this country, not us. The first people, mobs that was unaliving black folks and Native Americans and all these other groups was W folks. It wasn't us. So how do you turn around all of a sudden and make us, and talk about black culture, and make us the face of criminality when this country was established off of criminality done primarily by the W man? But that goes to show you where these people, they want acceptance. They want acceptance because being black is associated with loss, lack, pain, hurt. They don't want to be associated with that. So they figure if they go get them a W woman or a W man, they'll be halfway accepted. And this is what they do, man. So nobody takes these jokers seriously, man. I don't care. I don't care for the radical left either, right? But right now I'm talking about the radical right and these Hodgetwins dudes, man. But y'all guys let me know what y'all think. If y'all made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV, and remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.